Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Before we get started, a few announcements. Those announcements are as follows. Other shows here on the channel. Friday, Astral Calling, Spelljamming Space Adventure with a rabbit girl and a goo girl lesbian couple. And
we don't know that they're both lesbians.
That's right. Remember, not resubscribed for that. And Chad playing a caterpillar, and Matt playing yet another non-humanoid person. Saturday, we are going to be off for Salt and Sorcery because Roll20, taking.
You got
Nat
this.
20 and ourselves are teaming up for a charity stream that Zoe is going to be participating in. We just did Zoe's character last night, and it's pretty optimized. It's going to be a good time.
It's really gross.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yes.
Might I just ask one question, as someone who has played a similar character?
Yeah.
What flavor, what subclass?
Well, I think that's a great thing for Zoe to answer. What type of swashbuckler are you playing, Zoe?
I'm playing a fun swashbuckler. That's all I'm telling you.
That's
fun, buckler.
A fun that sounds dirty.
I will not spoil it, but if you want to help Zoe out, you can go to a link I'm sure Matt will post in the chat shortly, where you can donate to determine things. You can give Zoe buffs. You can give Zoe benefits. You can give Zoe all the power in the world.
You can also make it harder for me.
Yes.
You should do that one.
Ooh.
That's funnier.
And if you do so, all that money is going to be going to Rainbow Railroad, a lovely charity. That, you know what? Give it all the support you can get. Then on Sunday, we're back with Sunhaven Sunday, where, and Emily has now also drawn all of our characters. Cosmic, I know you're in the chat. Emily's drawn all of our characters together, and she's made like a little portrait of it, and it's really cute.
Aww.
Wait, in Strength of Thousands?
No, for the Sunhaven game that Sarah, Emily, and I are, with my Barbie Core Water Elemental. And yeah, so Sunday, Sunhaven Sunday, we're playing that. Monday, a whopping good time for the Strength of Thousands AP. Join us as we continue into one hell of a dungeon.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that's all of our announcements. Now let's talk about some other things, like Will getting stream stuff. Oh, Tuesday nights, Baldur's Gate. It's a new stream, so I keep forgetting about it. But come and watch me play some Baldur's Gate 3. Come and watch Asterion continue to be useless, but I continue to bring them with me because I like the way they talk.
Top nerdy.
He's British.
It's hilarious because, like, literally, they're one of the most ineffective people I have, like, just from, like, rolling. Like, they roll more 1s and 2s than anyone else.
Oh, I'm in your game?
Kind of.
But we're finishing off Act 1 this week, and then probably starting Act 2, we're going to head into the Underdark. Ooh.
Well,
Scary.
from what I've read, Act 1 is basically just a prolonged tutorial, so have fun with that.
Oh, Abby, no.
Thank you, Abby.
Abby,
so
Abby,
yeah.
no.
Did you give him a villain point?
No. Abby, I love you so much.
Allow me to translate things for the chat. Abby said,
No! Crystal
Calf! Thank you, Calf.
Ruh-roh.
But yeah, so let's talk about the people in this game, because that's really why you're here, because they're such amazing people. We're going to start in no particular order with a person who inspires me to consistently do better with my life. And that's McKenna. McKenna Tynan playing Honey. How you doing tonight, McKenna?
I'm doing pretty okay.
She's lying.
Hey, McKenna, do you want to hear something great?
Sure.
I'm afraid.
Now that I've gotten my internet fixed, it only takes 20 minutes to upload an episode, so the entirety of Strength of Thousands that's not been uploaded yet is in the queue and is going to be releasing over the next few days.
Nice.
How far backloaded are we for Strength of Thousands, Will?
Isn't it like 75?
So like 10 episodes.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer
We weren't
to.
that far behind.
This time.
We could have been further
behind. But yeah, having a working internet for uploads is really nice.
I bet.
But then, McKenna, you're playing Honey tonight. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
I'm playing Honey Madeline, my little gunslinger. And you can find me at McKenna Ray Art on all of the apps. But mostly TikTok. That's where I was talking about Zapotha tonight. It's such a good movie.
Why is that trending right now? Just all of a sudden,
idea.
it's just trending.
I think people started to realize that there are multiple versions of it.
Ah.
I don't like it here.
Cooper doesn't like horror movies.
I love them, King Julian.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it here, actually.
But anyway, that's me. And I'm excited. I'm excited to play my little girl.
Next up is, of course, someone who, if you were to find the tags that they read on AO3, would be very interesting. We have Cooper playing Christine.
Would you believe I've never been on AO3?
Christine.
I know for a fact you haven't, because I know for a fact you have other websites, but...
Fair enough.
myreadingmanga.info.
Hey, they are up to date on the Great Cleric, and that's enough for me. They have regular manga on that one, and the Great Cleric's a really good series. If you're not watching it, you should watch it on Crunchyroll. Cooper, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Christine. She's the champion of the party. Among other things.
Among other things.
Among Us.
Moving
Us!
Moving
Yes.
right along to someone who
Yes.
doesn't make me feel bad for enjoying things, we have Zoe playing Twitty.
Oh,
So
that means
you're
I'm not trying hard
Yeah,
enough.
that's what I was thinking too. You're not trying hard enough.
Just kidding.
My queen.
I enjoy all of your company, and I am glad that we all enjoy things together.
She's
and if
lying.
we didn't enjoy things together, then we wouldn't be here.
That's true.
Damn it, she got us with facts and logic.
It's not nice to lie,
Drop
Zoe.
that little fact. I'm Zoe. I don't lie. I've never lied once in my entire life.
Sounds like something a
I
liar
go by
would say.
Yeah,
Zoe
okay,
Rose on
buddy.
the internet. I'm playing Twitty, who is our thaumaturge, who never lies.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Someone whose character might make a very interesting rug. We have Matt playing Lorgar. Because lying.
You don't make a rug out of alligator skin. Boots, Will. Boots.
A
Or
purse, perhaps.
a
A belt?
suitcase.
He did specifically say an interesting rug. It didn't have to be a
That's
good
fair.
It
one.
doesn't have to be a good rug. Like,
Bad things can be interesting.
your feet on that thing.
Like most of my coworkers. No, some of them are quite charming.
Can the Nightbot stop hate criming Abby?
I don't.
No.
I can, we can try it, but it may not work.
You can
also.
certainly try.
She just got
Abby,
timed
what are you
out.
trying to tell us?
Is the
It's like I
killer
can still hear her voice.
is the killer in the room now?
For those of you who are later watching this episode on YouTube, Abby, who is just not feeling up to it tonight, is in chat, supporting us from chat, and our bot is timing her out anytime she posts more than 2 emojis in a row, which I do feel is a minor hate crime. I'm a mod. I should be able to fix that.
You should.
I don't know how to do it though.
I
Neither
Yes.
do you. Don't you should at me.
I don't have the access to the mod view through Streamlabs. I'd have
Chicken
to have it
tendies.
open.
Chicken tendies.
Let's
I
see.
had
Really good.
I had impossible chicken tendies for dinner, and they were quite tasty. The little Caesar dressing.
There you
Speaking
go,
of
Abby.
someone who may be impossible, someone who may be impossibly awesome, it's Shy. Our favorite cryptid Shy.
I have a new thingy emoji for this channel,
No?
buy it.
Oh.
Do you?
She
I don't
really
know.
said
I no longer
participate in
have just
capitalism.
Ray.
Oh yeah, no, we have Shiny. Yeah, Shiny's out
Ooh.
now. I forgot about the
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
Twitty's is capitalism.
Capitalism.
We do have now some animated emotes, including McKenna's Friday Night character in a Tupperware.
Yeah.
And feel free, everyone, to freely use the pun alert when Will opens his mouth every other phrase.
Yeah.
But you'll have to unlock it.
Yes.
You don't
And
say.
if Matt ever makes a Mercedes emote, it will be a tier 3 emote that will be $15 a month. Time for us to roll that intro.
Jesus.
Last time on Wild Ambition. Whatcha? I wanted to editor, add that in post. Thank you.
Who are you talking to, Will?
Myself.
Himself?
You're not going to do it.
I'm probably
editor.
Oh, maybe now out of spite he will, though.
Yes,
Oh,
that would
spite,
require
the best
me to,
motivator.
that would require me to know how to add sound effects in After Effects. But in all seriousness, last time on Wild Ambition, our party, Lorgar got in the mech.
And then everyone turned
Yes.
into orange juice.
Cruel Gator's thesis.
Cruel Gator's thesis.
Please tell me that's what we named the episode.
That is
Yes.
what we are going to name the episode. I'm still waiting on the thumbnail for it.
Oh. See, if I was on my old computer, I could do it right now while we're sitting here.
I know, that's why I feel bad, because I'm like, oh. But, moving right along, they fought some mechs. Then they went deeper down to the mines and discovered a rift into the plane of Earth. Our party went in and got separated into two groups. There was Group A, which was Christine, Lorgar, Darla, and Dee Dee. And Group B, which was Twitty and Honey, as well as, when they landed, a new person. 10 points to McKenna. A hero point to McKenna. She can remember her name.
Amber.
Amber. There you go.
Did you forget?
Nope. Get that extra hero point. I named her after my favorite outrider. How could I forget?
Ay.
Outrider Amber reporting.
But
I'm useful.
upon meeting a Earth Genie named Amber, they were told that they were in the plane of Earth, and were quickly brought back to a large settlement and city nearby. We're going to be picking up right where we left off, where both sides of the party had made it back to the city, had met up at a tavern. Some food was being served. They had some really good noodles that were being served, like in a big communal noodle bowl.
Noodle.
Yeah, it's like a communal.
Yeah, literally. Try saying that
communal
like
noodle.
5 times fast.
Say communal noodle 5 times fast, chat. And if you can do it, let us know.
How will chat prove to us that they did that?
Put it on TikTok.
Noodle?
Tag us on TikTok at Tabletop Rolls.
It's the hippest challenge all the kids are doing.
Right. All
Yeah,
all
and
of
they
them.
totally say hippist.
And
Yeah.
it won't hospitalize you.
As a reminder, I am almost like 10 years older than all of you, so
We
give me cut some
don't-
slack.
We don't
Silence,
have-
old man.
But
We don't
I-
have hip problems.
Your
I-
harsh words have bruised my bones.
But luckily, you can go to a Canadian hospital and get that checked out for free.
Yes.
I don't know. Sounds fake. Thank you.
Yes. Canada is an illusion. It's all a snow illusion.
But The noodle bowl is brought out and popped down onto the table. The earth elemental just kind of like... think of it like one of those it's an earth elemental that has like swirling rocks on the bottom of it that's just like going across the floor. Puts like the noodle bowl, has like a bunch of smaller bowls that are laid out onto the table for each of you. There's like a big ladle in the middle. And then they just like take like their other hand where you can see like some crystals are growing off of it, and they just kind of like grind their fingers on it, and it adds like a little bit of salt to the top of it.
Oh.
We're eating fingers?
No, that's just a seasoning that grows off of some earth elementals.
Not
A
the
finger
earth
seasoning.
elementals.
Not the earth element.
Still, like, so we're eating
Silk
like their
fingers.
dead skin?
It's a mineral. It's close to MSG.
Do you have any rock plants?
Oh, I suppose that's true, huh? Florfar's vegetarian, and the rocks here
Well,
are alive.
I'm not actually vegetarian. Things eat each other in nature. I'm okay with that.
Mm.
As long as you're not being wasteful.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Y'all.
Like salt bay.
interesting.
Salt.
As long as you're not being wasteful, y'all.
But yeah, Amber's just kind of digging in. She's like, you know what, more for me. Pops them into a bowl, grabs some earth implements, and starts eating.
Earth implement?
Yeah,
What's that?
it's made of rocks. Everything's made of rocks.
Rock implement.
Love me some rocks.
So good.
Delicious.
Rocky
I
pencils.
could have sworn
Oh,
that you said
good.
this is a place where humans could eat.
I mean, the
Humans eat
utensil-
rocks.
I mean, you don't eat a fork after you use it.
You don't?
I mean, I have
Depends
on
what the fork
occasion.
is made out of.
I mean, one
don't?
time I made a fork out of some wood in the desert, and I was eating something tasty, but because of the type of wood, the flavor infused into the fork, into the wood, and afterwards it smelled delicious, and I got all these teeth, so I ate the fork, and it was actually pretty good. I love a good crunch.
You material plane folks are kind of odd. You know that?
Don't lump us in with him. Most people don't do that. That ain't normal. Sorry, Lord.
I only did it the one time. It is abnormal
takes
by
is
the
one.
strictest definition of the word.
All it takes
Is
one.
this one of those it started out as a joke and then it's not a joke anymore moments?
Yeah. I
Started
think so.
out as a joke.
But yeah, she's digging into it. Like
I'll take a tentative bite of maybe like a little spoonful of the broth.
It's good. It's nice. Very rich. Has nice
I
flavor.
give Christine like a.
She
It's
just
true.
watches you eat it, and she goes,
Oh, don't act like we ain't had worse.
"Oh, we have. I'm hungry. Let's eat." And she'll dig in with you.
Nice.
Darla, honey, we're eating rocks.
My favorite.
Once again, there's no actual rocks in it. It's you have salt. It's a utensil. It's
rock salt?
salt is a thing that exists. Oh.
Charlie's just eating
You know
rocks.
what salt is, right?
Sorry, I filled up on
Will?
rock bread.
This is
You know what
this
salt
Well.
is.
this is why
Will.
this is why people don't like folks from the material plane sometimes, because they're just so
mean-
culturally insensitive.
Listen,
Oh, you don't mean
Twitty has
that.
said nothing.
It's
You know-
Twiggy eating.
As a matter of fact, before we leave this plane, there is something we should look for, and I've heard tell of this. It is a kind of restaurant. It is run by people very close knit. I think it's called the.
I will kill
Garden
you where
of-
you stand, Matthew.
Oh wait! The Garden of Emeralds.
Oh, I think I've heard of something like that.
Oh, rock bread?
Oh no, they got banned. Terrible, terrible place.
Horrible little thing.
Terrible place. Exploited its workers.
That sounds like propaganda.
Made people work for under minimum wage. Served undercooked food. It was a really bad place.
I thought that was Rockers, where they had the waitresses with the huge boulders.
No.
We love waitresses with the huge boulders.
No, I
I
thought
should
it was
take you to the
Fanboy
Garden of Olives
Rockers.
sometimes. That one's real nice.
Mhm.
See, we just lost all the subtlety.
Garden of Olives is from the old world.
What's that voice?
The Garden of Olives never dies.
How
The
can you
Garden of
kill
Olives.
that which has no life?
Is an eldritch being.
The Garden of Olives is a god, and you cannot kill a god.
No such thing as killing gods. No such
What's-
thing as killing gods.
I mean,
What's-
as a
what's
person,
that?
That's what we did in the last campaign.
as a person
A
who's
couple
played,
times.
as a person who's played Final Fantasy, killing gods is a surprisingly common trope in RPGs.
What's that like meme from forever ago? Like, you cannot kill me in a way that is meaningful.
Oh, that's about mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite quote? It's by the Disney Channel of the late 2000s.
Okay.
What is that? That freaking thing. Dun, dun, dun.
It's a naked mole rat. Come on, y'all. Let the girlies sing.
All right, to the campaign.
I like that Shy's on a Kim Possible
Why-
kick. I think it's funny.
Do I bust out the entirety of the Naked Mole rap right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
God,
No.
no.
Yes.
I
No.
wanna go
No.
home.
I
I
want
wanna go home.
Oh,
perfect Ron
you can't
Stoppable for
escape.
this.
I would love to cosplay Ron Stoppable one day.
Tell
I
me,
believe it.
tell me, Will
One
and I
day?
wouldn't make a
You
cute
mean
ass
that's
Kim and
not
Ron
who you are
Stoppable.
dressed as right now?
Ron didn't wear glasses.
You see,
That's fair.
You-
That's fair.
you all need to understand something. When I was a young child, I was mercilessly bullied by other children, and
When he
something that
was
they
a
would do
young
regularly
boy.
is compare me to Ron Stoppable.
Why?
Aw, because
That's
you
okay,
had a
Will. I
naked mole
understand.
rat.
When I was young, I was also mercilessly bullied. They called me a lesbian. They were
also
right, of course, but it
understand
still hurt.
Because when
Imagine
I
being
was a
lesbian.
young kid, I was a merciful bully.
Shy was the one calling all of us lesbians and Ron Stoppables.
And smacking us with scooters if we weren't careful.
My weapon of choice, a scooter.
A
if you
Sailor
will.
Moon scooter. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry we're so off topic tonight's stream. I told
not.
Emily that story.
We're all a little goofy.
Shy.
No.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, things you should know about Shy. There you go.
Be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
This is why we care for Shy. But yeah, she's Amber's finishing off. There's rooms for us up here. I got them for the night booked. Y'all probably need a little bit of a rest before we get bounty hunting.
We don't owe you nothing for the rooms?
No, I got 'em, it's fine. And she pulls out that like slate rock again. Once again, when you're being paid for political work such as mine, many things are comped. And if you can, spend the money of the rich. That's all I'm saying.
Take advantage of it. I don't
Exactly.
disagree. I don't disagree.
Exactly. There we go.
Well, do they have any amenities here at this tier?
Well, I mean, there is the spa. There's a nice little spa here that I was going to go and take a little bit of a dip in this evening.
Can we put that on the company card?
That was included with the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. I ain't got a bathing suit or nothing. That's not a problem, is it?
I mean, it's not a problem. It's skin.
Mm-hmm.
Love that attitude.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
this
take a dip in the spa because I am covered in dirt.
You sure are, darling.
No offense.
You see Amber like take a second, and she's just like, you know what? I'll let it ride.
That's just not my normal state of being. I'm sure if you were covered in foreign rock that was not your own, you would be.
Yeah, I'm sure if you were covered in skin, you would want to take a bath too.
Precisely. I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to be covered in skin. That wasn't yours.
It would depend on the skin.
Oh, that's either very intriguing or very upsetting.
Could be both.
You calm yourself. I'm gonna go. Now I need the shower. I need the shower on the inside and the outside, and I leave. Yeah, I'm gonna head to those spas. That sounds like a grand old time.
Yeah. Amber will join you in a bit. She's just as you all get up to leave, she kind of like takes the bowls and puts them into like the larger bowl that's been emptied out.
Hot.
It's just what she do. But what would people like to get up to tonight? Honey's heading to the spa for a little bit of R&R.
Rocks
Who?
and relaxation.
Count Darla
Episode
in.
title right there.
Darla's going to the spa. All right. Rocks and relaxation. Title of the episode.
Christine will join in. Yeah.
Christine's going to the spa. Lorgar.
Let's enjoy ourselves for fucking
Fargar
once.
will engage in the time-honored anime tradition of trying to sneak into the women. No, I couldn't even finish the sentence.
Boo.
No.
Boo.
Lorgar is going to channel his Darius and is going to find somewhere and try and center himself. And he's actually, because
Right.
he has never been on an elemental plane, so he thought it might be interesting to try and just find a quiet spot somewhere where he can touch the actual rock of the ground.
Touch grass.
And he's going to touch
grass.
He's going to touch the stone grass.
Fair enough. Twitty, what are you going to get up to this evening?
Twitty is going to do the time-honored tradition of sneaking into the. No,
Yeah.
no, but Twitty is gonna go to the spa.
All right,
That
then
sounds
let's
heavenly.
start with spa team then.
Spa.
Team spa. Basically, there's a number of towels that's provided for you all, to cover any bits that you want to have covered as you walk about. But it's a pretty nice sort of area. It's underground. There is in the walls a number of basically veins of volcanic rock that are producing heat.
Ooh.
And in addition to that, in the middle of the room where there's actually a number of like humanoids and other earth genie kin just kind of sitting in there, is a very big pool of dirt and mud.
I would love to go into the mud.
Yeah.
You just
Would also like to go into the mud.
as you like stick a toe in, you can feel it just kind of like grabbing onto you and just like welcoming you.
Come play with us.
I sort of look.
I feel like
ever.
grabbing
Amber.
and welcoming are just opposite.
Well, it's like have you ever taken a mud bath? And
yeah,
like,
but I
when
didn't
you-
feel like
Taken
grabbing
a mud
me.
bath.
You know
felt
when
it caressing
when
me.
you like when you like first get in, how like the mud kind of like squishes onto you a little bit.
Mm.
It's like that feeling.
Honey goes from looking so excited and so happy to enjoy this luxury on someone else's dime to looking at this pool of dirt, and you just see like the wind seep out of her sails. And she just sort of looks forlornly at Amber. I don't suppose y'all have a spa with
I
fresh
mean,
water?
that's kind of why I was laughing when you were talking about being covered in dirt. It's actually very relaxing. And Amber just kind of like drops her towel and just slides in.
A
As
queen.
interested as I am in that, how do I clean the dirt off after?
Oh, there's a basin.
Just a basin?
Well, no, there's another room for it. It's a stage.
Stage?
Yeah, there's stages. Just trust me and get in.
Me the first time I went to Korean spa.
Am I gonna walk out of this covered in mud?
Out of this room, yes.
Out of the
Out of-
spa?
Out
The
of the
next
spa,
room?
if you decide to
No.
be, yes. If you decide not to be, no.
I push Honey in.
I jump in after Honey
As
laughing.
as you get pushed in, Amber just kind of like catches and like helps you slide in safely.
Come on, Honey, stop being a prissy butt.
Darla, you son of a bitch! I yank you in.
This is mud wrestling now.
Amber gives up.
The girls of the Wild Ambition campaign go mud wrestling. How's that for Girls Gone Wild?
Yes, ma'am.
Title, Will. That's the title.
Amber just
Girls Gone Wild Ambition.
Girls Gone.
Girls
If
Gone
we-
Rage.
No, that's going to be the name of the first fanfic that gets written.
Oh,
God.
Whoa.
Thing.
Is this AO3?
It's this AO3.
The real friends, the real AO3. Friends we made along the way.
Amber just kind of slides over as the two of you are roughhousing in the mud a bit. Kind of chuckling to herself.
What's so funny?
I mean, you got pulled into a mud bath, then you pulled the other one in a mud bath, and so you started fighting around like you were some sort of like, I don't know, what's an animal that fights itself on a material plane?
I don't got a
Bunny?
towel or anything. I got mud in my eye.
Amber just like holds her hand out, and like the mud comes off of your eye and goes onto her hand.
How'd you do that?
Holds her hand over top of the mud, makes a small circle of mud just floating above her hand. Magic.
Are you some mud romancer or something?
I mean, I have some innate abilities.
Huh.
Innate abilities.
Makes like a little, makes like the mud like come up in like a swirling like helix.
Fancy.
Yeah,
What else can you do?
The DNA of the mud.
The DNA. The mud runs through my blood.
Mud hereditary.
She makes like a little mini like bust of honey.
Oh my.
I mean,
Oh,
suppose this
mud
does have a
now,
use.
man.
I mean, I can see. If I can see, I can do it.
Interesting. Is Darla still covered in mud?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah.
Excellent.
As y'all get in, Twitty, are you going to get into the mud bath?
Very gently and not being pulled in by anyone. Yes.
I like to imagine that Twitty is still wearing their hat.
Same.
Absolutely.
Nothing else, just their hat.
Just the hat and the glasses.
And the glasses. I don't think I drew
didn't
glasses.
realize Twitty had glasses. Yeah.
You did it. But Twitty has actually I misplaced them. But
Bro,
Twitty
you didn't
has...
tell me that.
I was gonna
I
say
did,
the shade.
I did actually.
I'm looking at the
Not-
character art here.
You sent me a Pinterest board. None of them
I
had
did
glasses.
send you a Pinterest board and I had multiple pairs of triple-eyed sunglasses.
Wow.
You didn't tell me they were wearing glasses.
That's
Well, McKenna,
okay.
it's
I
time to
have
fix it.
them. No.
Nope.
Don't you touch Twitty. Twitty's perfect.
Oh.
Apparently, they don't have glass. Anyway.
How will they hide their secret identity once they assume their vigilante identity?
So they take
You need the
levels of
glasses.
Vigilante.
Delancey.
But yeah, as y'all are sliding into the mud, Twitty, you join them. It's nice. There's like, it's warm. And it's just kind of like, you can feel it just kind of sitting on you. And it's like a warm hug.
Mhm.
Really trying to not just fall
I don't like
asleep.
it. I don't like it one bit. I think Honey looks visibly uncomfortable. I think anything that slows her movement makes her a little bit like antsy.
Fair enough.
So how long do we need to sit in here before we go to the other one?
Yeah, usually about 5-10 minutes gets your pores opened up, and then we move on to the next thing. Get cleaned up a little bit, then there's some tables to lie on.
Do you have pores?
I mean,
Honey, be
You
be
don't?
polite.
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Most rocks that I know don't have pores.
Well, it's
Listen,
just
I didn't
rock.
say you were wrong.
Half a building away, Logar's like, I feel like the party is saying something stupid again.
Something problematic without me.
And I'm okay with that.
This is what it looks like when I play a slightly
A white
under
woman.
like a 12 in intelligence kind of character.
Ah!
Lorgar, we're going to jump to you while the party's sitting in that mud.
These are some nice rocks.
You've stepped out into the streets of the city again, and it's bustling. There are folks coming all around, and it's just like a really lively place. There does appear to be like a sort of like side, not alleyway, but like a side, like a mini like park. Where there's like, a number of children throwing a rock disc at each other. You can see in the middle of like the park there's a crowd that's gathered around some folks who are using those rock discs and are basically throwing them at each other, trying to knock them out of the arena.
Ah, pro bending. Okay.
Stop. Or frisbee.
I wouldn't have maybe caught of that earlier, but I was looking at some Korra art earlier, so.
I understand.
But yeah, it's a nice park. There's no trees or anything, but there's some like gorgeous like stalactites.
Is it just like the rock park equivalent of a hill where I could just sit and be calm and, be one with rock nature?
There is one like that has a nice stalactite at the top of it.
Shoot. I will not sit directly on or under. I can't remember which one is which.
Yeah, as you're getting up there, there is another person who's sitting there, a very old-looking folk. You can tell because like their body is just worn down. Like you know how like a rock gets when it's been like kicked around and it's like slightly.
Oh, it's like a
rounded?
smooth rock.
Yeah. And it has like these like eyes that just kind of like open up as you approach and say, "Ah, coming to join me under the light of this lovely day."
If you don't mind.
Oh, never. This was my Pebble's favorite spot. Have a seat. Enjoy it with me.
Well,
I have many questions. I'm going to ask none of them. Yeah, Lorgar just sits and because his mom used to talk about being able to hear like the voice of the wind or the voice of the earth or something. He was never quite sure if she was being honest or just was trying to make Lorgar believe such a thing was possible. But he's gonna sit here. He's gonna try and get closer to, this element. He is in a plane suffused with elemental energy, and that's, something I'm sure druids alike. So,
Lorgar, as you're sitting there, you kind of like start getting like focused. The older earth elemental beside you. Ah, you're one of them meditating types.
yes, though I'll admit I'm not quite used to meditating with other people within eyeshot.
If you're not going to reach your goal doing it like that here.
Yeah,
you're meditating wrong.
I'm actually.
If you're looking for something to really get you attached to the plane of Earth, just kind of like points, lifting up a rocky hand. There's a quieter place that's right on top of a ley line that might be more to your liking.
Well, I appreciate the directions. That will, I think, perhaps be quite useful.
I'll take you to it. Come on.
Oh, all right. If they need it, I will help them up.
They kind of just like roll themselves over.
Okay, like a rolling stone.
Yep. Just kind of like you get up, you can hear like the rock cracking. He takes a second and he just like takes their hand and you see them like do a little bit of like a shaped stone and just repair the back. Don't have much time left on me, I'm afraid.
I don't. Awkward. I don't have anything to say to that.
I don't know what to say to that.
You want to see a blue rock?
Darla, you're in the spot with the rest of us.
Okay.
I think she was talking to you.
Come with me.
You're not in this episode.
Come with me, youngling. We'll get you there.
I appreciate the time you're giving me.
Yeah, and he starts to lead you through the city. He takes more like back routes. None of the main drags, but as you're like walking through these like side streets and side alleys, there's a lot more like earthkin just sitting around relaxing. You see like a number of children like playing, like they take a rock and they're like throwing the rock and it's bouncing off of like the different parts of it, and then they're trying to catch it.
Now imagine human children throwing around balls of hair.
God.
And yeah, Well, the rest of the streets of the city that you were walking through were lively because it's a city. This is lively because it's like a neighborhood.
Okay.
And eventually, you are brought to what appears to be a relatively small building. It is no more than maybe 25 feet across. And this old timer just kind of like walks up to the door, which is just a solid slab of rock, and puts their hand on it, and the slab just slides to the left. After you.
Quick
I'll do
perception check. Am I about to be, like gator
Murder.
trafficked?
Make me a perception check.
Oh, that is.
You don't see anyone readying to ambush you on the inside of it. It is kind of dark.
Well, I choose to trust in this old rock man for no seeming reason, so I will go in.
He follows in after you. The door shuts behind you, leaving you in just dark. Lorgar, do you have any sort of dark vision, or do you need a light source to see?
I do not. I don't think Erixie have any sort of dark vision. I'm just checking, but if necessary, I can always just like pass an electric arc between like two fingers.
As you like are about to start doing that, you just kind of feel like a rock hand against your own. Here, let me lead you to the spot, young one.
Okay.
He just kind of like walks you in to the middle of the room, and it is dark. It's so dark in here, you literally cannot see in front of you. And you just hear like a sort of like sitting, and he kind of pats the ground. Take a seat.
All right.
There was once a tradition that was done here. Folks would journey from far and wide in order to become one with the earth. It's been a long time since we had a pilgrim in search of that, and, well, the last time was many years ago for me. You hear the creaking as they stand up again, and their voice gets like a little quieter. I hope you find what you came for. And then there's just silence.
I appreciate the hell.
Lorgar, you feel the ground beneath you rumbling.
Ooh.
And then you feel rocks sliding.
You know what,
Up, like you feel like your tail get like pushed up as like a rock pushes up towards the roof, and then
that's not comfortable.
There's just like a thud, and if you like stick your arms out at all, you can tell that you're now basically there's walls on either side of you, except directly in front of you. It looks as though you're in some sort of
rock box,
except the front of it is open.
Rock box.
Like the middle of a maze, maybe.
Backpack.
See, I was thinking of a tiny rock oven, but a little mini maze is better.
It is completely dark. You have no sight. When you attempt to use your electric arc trick, the magic does not come.
Interesting. Do I get the impression that I am supposed to try and find my way out, or if I'm to remain seated?
That's up to you. What does Lorgar do?
It does seem like sort of an invitation to explore and try and find my way out. So I will attempt to do that. I will attempt to blindly stumble through this potential rock maze in the dark.
Lorgar, as you start to do that, we're going to jump back to the rest of the party and their spa day.
Go to the other room now.
Yeah, come on, everyone. Let's get on up.
Yes.
Amber,
With the hot rocks.
Amber
Do
just
we have any
stands up.
rock cucumbers?
Oh boy.
There are like these
Slices
like,
of rock.
There is like little heated pebbles that can go over your eyes if you want.
I
Yes,
love
yes,
this
yes.
episode. This is so silly.
Rock spa.
Thank you,
You know-
for the raid.
If we
Hello,
really
Raid.
wanted
Thank you
to,
for the
and,
raid, Evandale.
and the actual thing that they do at spas is, hot rocks on the back.
Well, we're
it's
getting
true.
to that. As y'all get up, you're brought into another room. And once you're basically, as you're crossing into this room, the mud slinks off of your body as if like blocked by some sort of magical barrier and falls into a grate under the ground. And every piece of dirt, it's like a mass prestidigitation. Every piece of dirt is like off of your body. You've been basically turned completely clean. Then there is a number of tables that are kind of aligned in like a long line. And Amber just goes and she just kind of like climbs up onto one and like just puts her hand on her head like this. Said, "Well, are you all going to join me? You're just going to stand there gaping at a door."
I don't think Honey gapes. I think Honey follows Amber in as if she knows exactly what she is doing and goes to the spa all of the time. And does exactly what she
Make me a
does.
deception check.
Christine's unfazed. I don't know what to
roll
tell
me
you.
to fake it
Yeah,
to make
That's a
it.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you take like the spot right beside Amber. She just kind of turns her head. Now you're about to really enjoy this, dear.
Dear.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And
You're right.
yeah, does anyone else take their spot in the spa?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nice.
1000%.
In we
I
go.
don't think this is the first time Tweety's been to a spa.
Yeah,
So-
it's a beautiful open room. Like in the center of the room, there's this like gorgeous mosaic tile like art piece that shows like all the different elemental planes, and all the different like the elemental planes surrounding the material plane and everything. It's like the cosmology chart. It's very pretty. And yeah, as you get going, you sit down. As you lie down, you feel from like above you just like a little bit of pressure as some like warm rocks are put onto your backs. And it's calming and it's peaceful. And Twitty, I need you to make me a will save.
Oh, I'm already asleep.
Mhm. Good for Twitty.
You can make me make a will save, but I'm already asleep.
Twitty, as you are like as you're like nodding off and dozing, your eyes are closing, and then you're just amazed because in the middle of the room, just instantaneously, and everyone else, like literally right in the middle of the room, there is now a cart.
Oh. Anything off the trolley,
Come
dears?
on.
There's food and it's free and it's
This
free and
whole
it's food.
time.
There's now just a cart in the middle of the room.
Christine gets
Is
up
it
and goes to
Twitty's
the cart.
It's my mom's cart.
I thought it was a food
Fucking
cart.
I also
It
thought it was
is-
a food cart!
It is Twitty's cart.
Christine is still gonna think
Well-
it's a food cart and is going
well-
straight to it.
Yeah.
Well, where the hell have you been?
Door.
The food?
The door
The
is
cart.
the door to the cart is open, and
I
Now-
also talk to inanimate objects. Twitty.
Cart.
as
What
you're
are you-
looking at it,
Hello?
it's ramshackled. Like the boards on the side have been like blasted and ripped apart. The door is hanging off a hinge.
Cart. Where's mom? Where's Carmilla?
There's no answer.
You mean Cartmilla?
Stop it.
Dun, dun,
Stop
dun,
it.
dun,
So stupid.
Can I Is there any like debris?
I mean, the
any
wheels
blood,
are broken.
any
There's no blood. But like as you
fur,
open
any...
up the door and like that's hanging off the hinge, just in the middle of the room, there is a piece of paper that has a rune stone above it.
You're acting weirder than normally I'm used to you acting. What's going on?
What's this runestone?
Well, it is a striking rune stone.
That's weird. For one of us to like put on something?
Yeah, it'd be for a weapon. It would make a weapon striking.
Alright, cool. I would totally put that on either one of my whips.
Well, and you do. It is a rune holster rune, so you can just put it into your rune holster on your weapon, and it will apply to that weapon. So you're good for that.
Cool.
Stream, just because there are some new folks here, doing runes a little bit differently in this world. They're done on like a holster system, so there's the same rules as the regular weapon, except you can trade out the minor property runes as an action. So if you want to pop one out as a free action, then to put one in is an action.
Super neat.
Mm-hmm.
Just very streamlined. I like it a lot.
I look forward to us playing rune roulette later on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling +1 enhanced?
Persona!
Jesus.
Oh no. Well, listen. This is my cart. It's my mom's cart. It's both of our carts. It comes and goes where it pleases. But here's the thing. It normally doesn't travel alone. You guys know I've been looking for my mom. But
I didn't know
Actually,
that.
this is quite literally the
The
first time you
first
brought
time
it
you've
up.
ever mentioned it, darling.
you guys heard
Our
me
mom
say
is
this to
missing?
the last guy we were talking to, and you heard me talking to who is it? Rose. What's her
You might have
name?
mentioned it to Rosalind on your own time. I don't think we were in the room though.
Yeah, I don't
I
recall you.
swear to God, you guys were
ever
in the room
mentioned
when I
this
was
to
talking to
me.
Rocinda about
They
it.
they were not in the room where it happened.
All right. Well,
Shut up.
they were listening when I was telling the last guy about it. The pirate man.
Oh, Mr. Mime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Man, Mr. Pirate Man.
The bandit what Dee Dee was all hot and bothered over?
Yes.
Thirsting about.
Right. Who's that? I'm not
I don't think I was privy to that conversation.
We were outdoors when it happened, but
Yeah.
All right. Well, then this is the first time that I'm talking about it.
but yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, darling. I tend not to care about most people's problems. Don't take it personal, but
Oh no, I'm not taking it personally. I don't expect you to care about it. I'm just saying this cart being here is a bad thing for your town. And it's
How
a
do you
bad thing
figure?
for me to figure out. Something's very wrong.
wait, are you talking about our town or their
All
town?
line.
Think about your town.
Okay, well that's a
My
problem.
I have a town.
It was the last place my mom was supposed to show up, and she didn't.
Oh, I am mighty sorry to hear that, Twitty.
Well, what do you suppose we do about it if it's going to be my problem?
Well, you don't have to do anything because I'm gonna figure it out. And I guess I just keep asking around until I figure out where she is. I'm gonna get this cart checked out.
Good enough for me.
So, Amber, you ain't seen no one who looks a little like Twitty, but you know,
I mean, that's the
give
first
her
time I've
20,
seen
30
a
years older.
cart appear in the middle of a room. And as Amber's saying that, Twitty, since you now have the runestone picked up, can you make me a reflex saving throw?
God.
And anyone who's in the cart can make me that reflex saving throw.
I don't know if Honey would have gotten up from the hot stone table once she realized that it was
But
not
there
a
was no
cart.
food.
Fair enough. That is a success. You manage to land on your feet. The cart disappears.
Of course it fucking does. Of course it fucking does.
All you have is the runestone and a note.
What does
So
the note say?
What I thought the note was the runestone.
No.
The note is separate. All right.
The
what
note was
fuck
on
does
the
note
runestone was
say?
on top of the note.
What does the note say?
It is written in a very scribbled, unsteady, hurried handwriting, and it just says, "Help."
Same.
Wow, great.
Very
Mood.
helpful.
It's so cool.
Help,
Sick as hell.
Twitty.
Help! They've taken all my blood.
Help, comma, Twitty. Found a new place to open shop. A bad deal found me. And then that's it. You can tell they wanted to write more, but like the next word is like, before they could even get like one line of letter, there's like a line that goes down as if the paper was ripped away from them.
This is my mom's handwriting?
Yep.
No.
I'm assuming you don't read that out loud.
Hell no. Alright, well, cart's gone. I've got this. Thought she was in trouble. Now I know she's in trouble. Not
Does
much
she
I can
have
do.
planar magic of her own, or do you think she's down here?
She has her ways. Pop wherever
Good
she
old
wants.
We have her means.
So she could be not only in the material plane, not only down here, but in literally any plane of existence.
Yep.
Condolences.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I never thought I would ever get separated from her. And this is why it is such an annoyance to me.
Annoyance?
Well, now I gotta go on a big wildcat hunt. With no clues. Endless possibilities.
Right. I don't suppose the cart has anything else on it. Any.
Cart's gone.
It's gone.
It just
Well,
disappeared.
Heart does what it pleases. I am assuming it went back to try to help her. But who knows?
Twitty's moving cart. Make a cute movie.
It's cosmic cart. And it shows up where it's supposed to. And it shows up when we need it. But it can't be controlled,
How convenient.
It's the TARDIS.
don't you think?
It is bigger on
It's
the
the
inside.
cartus.
The Carter!
It takes you where you need to go, not where you want to go.
Ugh. Except it doesn't really. Well, yeah. Regardless, this confirms what I already suspected, but doesn't really give me any help. Great.
Regardless, more like regardless.
I'm gonna retire for the night. Y'all enjoy your hot rocks and your hotter rocks.
It'll get better.
Roll a deception check.
So cute.
Aw,
Very cute of you to
Christine.
say,
Very
Sheriff.
sweet.
I don't know what to say.
And you don't have to say anything at all.
Good night, twin.
Twitty.
I think that you should take the time to just decompress, but I'm also doing something new myself today, so
Mm-hmm.
And hey, if you need anything, we're just a stone's throw away.
Oh.
don't ever say that again.
Get out. Where's the pun
Someone
alert?
put the pun alert in chat.
Who put a rock in your shoe?
There's a rock.
There's a
my
rock in
shoe.
my-
There's a snake in my boot.
Rock in my boot.
There's a rockle snake in my boot.
There's a rock. So I'm
Ah.
assuming the beds
No, they're
All-
actual beds.
all rocks.
No, they're actual
Can
beds.
you
Hey,
fucking imagine?
Morgar slept on rocks in the desert.
Branding. Well, branding
What
is
is it?
important. It does
I mean,
not
I'll
go
be
over
honest, I've slept-
practicality.
as a traveler, I slept on plenty of rocks. Would just prefer not to sleep on a rock tonight. So no
you-
offense.
If Twitty, you make your way back up to the room, and it is a pretty nice room. There's like a nice big comfy mattress, And like you lie down, and it is it's comfy. Feels good.
Excellent. I'm gonna go over my. What I know about where she could possibly be while everybody's having their nice spa day. Quiddy's not gonna sleep.
Poor
Fair
Twig.
enough. We're going to jump over to Lorgar. Lorgar, as you've been kind of blindly making your way down the hallway, eventually it does open up into a larger room.
Cage of emotion. All right. I still assume I cannot see nothing in this here dark.
You cannot see. There's only the rocks at the bottom of your feet.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cheat slightly. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna swish my tail along the floor to see if I can feel if like the floor just drops away.
Yeah, the floor does not drop away. It appears as though you're entering into like a larger room.
Well, I'm gonna make like a cockroach and stick to the walls.
Okay. As you're sticking to one of the walls, you hear a moving stone sound.
Ooh.
And then that wall pushes itself out and pushes you into the middle of the room.
Hmm?
Huh.
Like a trick door?
Like a
Like the room is getting smaller.
not like the room is getting smaller. Like the rock itself was attached to a mechanism that just pushed it forward and like pushed it out like a punching hand on. Except
It's like get over there.
yeah, it's like a subtle push.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, I feel around on the ground like, why did it want me in the middle of the room?
Lorgar, make me a reflex save.
Oh dear. I die forever. 26 actually.
As you're coming, you feel the tip of your tail, like you feel something against just the tip of your tail, and you manage to dodge it, and then you feel like a whooshing sound as a large rock just passes by you, sliding on the floor.
Oh, I'm doing like the blind dodging stuff. I'm becoming a rock ninja.
You're a Jedi.
Lorgar, make me another reflex.
Oh, now I get beamed in the schnoz. Yep.
Yes, you do.
And I got a big gator schnoz. It's not hard.
Lorgar, do me a favor. Can you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage? It's not a heavy hit.
And I lose one tooth.
As you take that first hit, you hear that same old voice. That's right. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Let the vibrations tell you when something's coming. What
Such
does
a good
Lorgar
vibration.
do?
Lorgar, hoping to become more with the one with the stone, blinds himself. No. Lorgar's just going to remain calm. He's gonna spread himself out. He's gonna get a good, not deep stance because then you can't move very quickly, but a nice wide stance. Gonna try and stretch out his feet to catch as much surface area on the ground as possible. He's gonna lay his tail down, get as much of it on the ground as possible, and he's gonna try and shunt the you know how sometimes you can move the amount of attention you're paying to certain senses. Like if you really want to feel something with your hands or really listen, you really pay attention with one thing. Lorgar is going to shunt all his feeling away from his ears and obviously his eyes, which he has closed, to his feet so he can feel the ground.
All right. Lorgar, make me a perception check.
Lorgar is a thief guy.
Nope, Lorgar is a fraud.
Make me a reflex save.
15.
You managed to avoid a rock. Once again, your tail helped you avoid it.
Haha, I laugh at all the other people in the party who don't have tails.
You can do better than that. You're not going to find your way to Earth if you do not focus. Make me another perception check, Lorgar.
It might be easier if you didn't berate me in the middle of it.
Me and my dad.
Oh, that is a critical success, Lorgar.
I am one with the stone.
Lorgar, two
The
rocks.
berating worked.
As two rocks are coming towards you, you can feel them, and you just manage to easily avoid them. And for about the next 2 minutes, you're able to just narrowly avoid many rocks. Can you make me another perception check towards the end of this 2-minute section?
He's starting to believe. Another perception, sorry?
Yep. 19. That's a success. Lordar, you feel all of the rocks around you. We have not had one of these in a while.
Yeah.
Begin to basically, you can feel like a massive rumbling, like they're going to like come in and squish you. What do you do?
This will probably not work. I'm going to try and use Gale Blast to push myself off the floor, which is not the intended use, but it is sort of like it can push people away.
Yeah.
So if I aim it directly down,
Make me a nature check to harness that magic in an unconventional way.
all right.
Do you want to hero point that?
I'm gonna hero point that because this would be really cool if it works. 17.
Yeah, Lordar, you push down, and with the force of wind, you feel the rocks come in as if they're about to come and squish you, and then you just feel that wind pushing them back and holding them back.
Oh, that's how I was. That's not how I was intending to use it, but okay.
The rocks keep pushing, and then you keep getting like raised up off the earth slightly. Until eventually it's like they're right up against you. They're not squishing. And then they just start to retract.
Okay.
Lorgar, as you're standing in the darkness there, you hear that same voice just say, "All right, now then, let's try level 2."
Oh boy. I'm in the danger room, people.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody call Wolverine.
And for the next few hours, Lorgar, you are kept in this dark room where rocks are flung at you from a variety of places, and every now and then your perception fails and you take a hit. So make me a reflex save.
I mean, no lesson is without pain.
Nor it's true.
21. You'll take half the damage from this training that you would normally take.
All right, now how much is that going to be?
It is going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage only.
Okay, I can look at that.
And after that couple of hours of work, you stop getting hit. You start to anticipate them. Matt.
Yes,
You should see something on your sheet shortly. But Lorgar, you have gained a special feat. Boop, boop. Known as Tremor Stance. Is one action, and it allows you to enter into the Tremor Stance. While you're in this stance, your movement speed is reduced by 10 feet, but you gain a tremor sense around you out to a radius of 15 feet away from you.
I got the tough thing. So if we need to find an invisible thing at some point, guys, just let me know.
Who do you say that to?
That's a very good question. I'm a little punch drunk right now. A rock hit me in the head. I
Better
didn't hear
tell
no
me
bell.
else.
Yeah, the some fire sconces light up on the edges of this like arena, and you see yourself in a little pit, and there's just rock people surrounding you.
Alexa, set one on for 1:30.
Alright. Rocks.
Is that what they
And
say?
that old pebble just kind of like rolls on down into the area where you are and says, "You did good, traveler. You did well."
He's dead, Jim.
I hope you got what you came for.
I think I have learned something. I feel a little closer to the earth, so I thank you for that.
Good. Feel free to use this room to meditate if you'd like. Family will keep watch while you're here.
Well, I best be getting back. My friends have probably started drowning in their hot bath or something. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't trust them to keep themselves alive.
And yeah, Lordnar, as you're making your way back, you're able to make your way back to the inn eventually. Twitty.
Yes'm.
Whilst you are in your room alone, what's going through Twitty's head? What's Twitty thinking about?
What the hell are the next steps? Where the hell could she even be?
Mhm.
Because the last place she was supposed to be was freaking town.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we were supposed to meet up. And then she never showed. And now the cart's all splintered, so clearly some shit went down.
Fair enough. Twitty, as you're sort of like thinking about that, what do you try to focus on? Like, what's Twitty's thought process? Walk me through it.
I mean, that was Twitty's thought process, really, is
Just
just
that?
where we were before, where we were supposed to meet up, and gonna try to figure out where she could have possibly gone in the meantime, or why, like, why would she detour?
Fair enough. As you're doing that, as you're thinking that, and getting those thoughts in your head, you ever feel like you get tunnel vision sometimes when you're really focused on a task, and
Yeah.
like pretty much everything just like disappears, almost like you're in the darkness surrounded by nothing except for this task that's just like right in front of you and you work on it.
Hyper focusing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a sort of hyper focused state. Twitty, that happens to you, except the shadows on the outside are more wispy.
Mhm.
Twitty, as you're focusing on this, that you have that rune in your hand, you kind of start messing around with it a bit. Make me a perception check. 4. And as you're just kind of like pawing the rune with your hand, you notice the back of it has a false back.
Oh, all right, okay.
And you pop it open, and inside of this false back is a gold piece.
From where?
You do not recognize the currency for this gold piece. It is a gold piece that appears to have some sort of boar-like head with tusks on one end, and then a set of scales on the other.
Is that a creature that I would know of?
If you'd like, you can make a nature check, or arcana check, or
I'll prefer to.
Well, I'll let you roll it once I finish doing that. Or you could also use your lore ability.
Oh, I want to use my esoteric lore ability because
Fair
that's fun.
It's true. It is
I'm
fun.
gonna use a hero point on my esoteric lore ability because it's fun. That's much better.
This is definitely not a creature that you are able to recognize.
Okay.
It's something that you'll have to look into. But like I said, boar-like face with with 2 very large tusks coming out on one side, and then a pair of scales on the other side. The 27, I will say, the scales are Abadarian, which is a god of trade and mercantile and money. Think of them like the god of capitalism.
Sounds about right. Now, my dumbass, when you said forehead and then you said scales, I was like, yeah, fish scales, mermaid scales. Yeah, those kind of scales. So, thank you for scales. Yes.
Like actual scales.
Like actual scales. No, well, fish scales are actual scales too, Will.
Well, like a scale that you would put gold pieces on.
Yes. I know that now.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. We're learning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, that's something at least. So now I have something to go.
There
Try
is
to-
some writing on the coin, but it's in a language you do not recognize.
Would I know? Does it seem familiar to any other
If you
sort of
want,
language
you
that I
can
would know?
you can make a society check to try to identify what languages it could be.
Wow, that sure is gonna be a good roll.
No idea.
All right.
You need to stop doing that to yourself.
Listen, it's a 3. I'm not gonna roll anything good.
You could roll a 19.
It's true.
All right. That's all right. Oh, somebody got in trouble. All right, cool. Well, that's more than I had before.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're able to start getting yourself ready to rest up.
Excellent. Now I can rock and roll with some clues.
Well, we jump to the rest of the party. And there's spa time.
Ah.
The hot rock massage has ended. Amber just kind of like stands up. All right, one more room to go. 2 rooms optional, but last room's optional, but I don't think you'll be joining me for that one.
Why?
And,
What's in it?
Mud.
Did you just call me a coward?
No,
I want to challenge Christine.
I just
It sounds to me like you called me a
Miss
coward.
Honey Madeline's
Boy.
want to not be covered in mud makes the final room a little bit of a no-go for her, and that's
You're
understandable.
calling me a coward.
I ain't
Don't
calling
take
you a
kindly to
chooser.
that, Amber.
Amber's just standing there, just like towel like wrapped around her shoulder, like just like hanging over her shoulder. I mean, if that's what you want me, if that's what you think I'm calling you, that's what you think I'm calling you, Christine.
Well, me and
Oh.
Honey are going in there.
Absolutely not. You have a great time, Christine. I will not be going in that room. I will go into the next room.
Christine will like
Can I make a reflex
headlock
save?
you.
Go
Oh,
for it.
please do it. Do it. Sisterly banter.
22. Fuck you.
Slip out.
Yeah, you slip out.
Well, actually, that would technically be against your athletics DC. So what's Christine's
Oh, no.
athletics DC?
Is that 10 plus the athletics?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, you do beat it, but it's not critical.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
managed to slip out.
You're
But
used to this shit with Christine, your loving
Yeah.
sister.
the next room is like a lovely little sauna room. There's a number of those rocks that are like stood up in the middle, and then basically like from the roof a little bit of water just like pours down onto them every now and then, creating steam.
Is there any room where there's just some water and some bubbles?
I mean, that's a very I mean, it's a little bit basic, I suppose, for this, but
She just called you base.
I mean, sure, but sometimes the simple things are nice.
yeah, sometimes. I enjoy simple
Sit
things from time to
quietly in
time.
the sauna.
I love this episode. This is fun.
Amber's just sitting there, and yeah, she's just kind of sitting, enjoying herself. You can tell that she's relaxed. Maybe not as on guard as she was before. And she's just kind of enjoying herself. She's like, I do love a good bit of heat.
Yep.
So
You know, we live in the desert where we come from. It's basically like this, but
It's all
less
heat.
wet.
oh, that's not bad, I suppose. Must be nice.
It could be a lot better. Like I said, it's like this, but it ain't wet. There's no water. So if you get stuck out there, I mean, you're dead.
Oh yeah, what's
Well,
it like
something
having to drink
about it.
water to survive?
I mean, just like any other thing you gotta do to survive, I'm sure even if you don't have to drink water, you've got something you gotta do to keep your bodily functions functioning.
Yeah, I eat from time to time, but it's pretty low maintenance, to be honest. There are, and she like, you see her like kind of like just like her skin moving, and just from her hand she pops out this like little vial. You know, there are my little vices that tend to keep me awake, and she just pops it open.
What's that?
Just a little bit of a tonic for energy. Care to try?
Tell me more about it.
She takes like a little swig. It just keeps you awake.
Suspicious.
What would you need to be awake for at this time? We're about to go to bed after this.
I find that it takes a little bit of the edge off of life for me. I tend to be pretty hyper.
Life.
I tend to be a little bit hyper aware sometimes, and although it speeds up my heart rate a bit, relaxes my brain.
Adderall drink.
That sounds conflicting.
It's a good little burst. I sometimes do it in the morning for a little bit of a boost. It's similar to what I think you would call coffee.
Do you like coffee?
Yes, it's a little bit more concentrated than that. And now illegal in Canada.
Illegal? Coffee is illegal in Canada?
No, it's similar to an energy drink, and all of Monster just got recalled.
Why? What could be wrong with Monster?
They
put the wrong royal jelly in it.
No, they put
God.
They were putting the incorrect amounts of caffeine on their packaging.
Oh,
So they were lying
yikes.
liars who lied.
It was a lot more than there was discovered to be more caffeine than health standards approves of for sale in their stuff.
Whatever could you be talking about? I don't understand.
But yeah.
Canada's got weird laws about their sodas, though. They don't let y'all have Baja Blast up there.
About their sodas?
No, we have Baja Blast now.
Is it the same, though?
I don't know.
But
Different. It's probably got more or less caffeine.
I had a Baja Blast at the one time I went with Will to the combination Taco Bell KFC. I'll probably never go back.
The combination KFC and Taco Bell.
I'd be curious to see if it's actually the same Baja Blast.
That would require you to venture into Canada.
I guess we're just gonna have to go to Canada.
Exactly.
It'll happen eventually.
Go to Canada. Go to Canada.
I don't think I will.
Canada Christmas is beautiful.
No, McKenna would die.
No, it forces you to stay inside where I like to be.
Oh, I understand.
Snuggle up with like 2 layers of blankets and sleep.
Matthew and I have very similar opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I got my faux fur blanket I can sleep under.
Mm-hmm.
It's like resting in the bed of a barbarian queen.
Oh, Matt and I have almost similar opinions.
Almost.
Hoofer would prefer a barbarian king, but beggars can't be choosers.
A smelly man.
Is that what a Canadian king bed is?
Oh.
A smelly man?
No, the barbarian. Anyway.
No.
I think I'm funny.
This conversation has gone off into the weeds.
We've been going off in the weeds all
weeds.
sesh, yeah.
The last month has been off in the weeds.
Hey, I went and did a training montage and got a feat. Y'all have been doing the beach episode from an anime.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, we
I
really
got
have.
vital information about my missing mom, okay?
That's fair.
That's true.
Plot.
There's been a good amount of plot established in this episode. Thank you.
And
yeah.
in the bath, a general amount of plot scene.
Oh, your plot, it's so big.
So, with this spot, can I just skip whatever's in the next room and go to the last one?
I mean, this is the last room. Then you're good.
Gotcha.
Next room.
You are so not fun, sister.
Next room is completely optional.
If your idea of fun is getting covered in mud, I don't think you're very fun.
I just think you're silly, doll.
I don't think I like that. What about you, Darla? Are you going in the second mud room?
Sure. There could be some more rocks in there.
I was gonna say, is that even a question?
Oh,
That's
there
fair.
definitely is.
Well, y'all have fun with that.
Yeah. Honey, you're free to enjoy the sauna as long as you'd like.
Yeah.
Amber just kind of stands up, smiles at you, and turns around and starts walking into the next room.
I don't like that she smiled at me. I
Like
feel
a
like
little,
she's got
like a
something
little
planned.
condescending smile, like a
Enjoy your dirt.
"I will enjoy your sauna."
I will.
I will. Thank you.
Some
Christine,
tension.
Is anyone else going to follow her?
Yes.
Christine's following. All right. Shy, you going with?
Yep.
So the next room is interesting. It is a room filled with. It's a room that has like a large central tub in it, just like the very first one does. Except this one is filled with glass, sort of marbles.
Different.
Mm-hmm. And she just kind of like slides in, and then you see like the marbles around her start to like light a very dim red.
Different.
Mm-hmm. Just what you need at the end of the day. And she just like lets her hair just kind of like hit against the edge of this pool, and she's just
Okay, queen.
sitting relaxing. Christine, are you going to jump in? Well, slide in. There is like a do not
Yes.
dive in sign,
Ah.
but it's like these like little like marble sized rocks.
I will not dive in.
Yes, Christine, as you slink in and you get comfortable, you feel like there is like a bench that you're now sitting on. And the rocks that have surrounded you, they are like the like little rounded like stones, and they start to also light up. But now that you're in, you can actually feel it. They slightly like vibrate. It's like a massage chair that's just surrounding your entire body.
This is different.
And it's like a warm hug massage.
Maybe she was right. I don't know how I feel about this.
Maybe.
You're free to get out if you'd like. I'm
No.
enjoying.
I won't be getting out because I'm
Yeah.
no coward.
That seems like an awfully exploitable way to manipulate you, Christine.
I don't get manipulated, thank you.
I
Really?
do.
Sounds like someone who's manipulated.
Literally just did.
I think it would be pretty cowardly of you if you didn't get up there and grab us some drinks.
Well, I don't want to drink. So that's different.
She chuckles.
Mm.
Listen, if there's one thing I'm good at as GM, it is creating fantasy pampery bullshit.
So
You do enjoy some fantasy pampering.
Yeah.
how long do you usually stay in this?
About half an hour.
My God.
Okay.
Bruise this much?
No, I mean rock skin.
How's Darla doing?
Darla's just watching this unfold. She's like, I was promised rocks.
Points at all the rocks.
They're all around.
Oh my God, there's rocks.
Oh my god. She's heavy breathing. That cat meme.
Turns around. Oh God, where are we?
Darla, don't look now, but you're in a rock right now.
Oh my god.
The trolls too.
Rockception.
Oh my
My
god.
God! Fly on the face.
Yeah.
These are the people I hang out with every Wednesday
she's
night.
just sitting there.
Voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
So, Christine, you and your sister have been traveling together for long?
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah?
Me too. I have a twin I didn't know about.
Oh, wow. Surprise twins. That's one of my favorite sort of tropes when I'm reading a book.
Her mom's missing, but I know where my mom is, so it doesn't make sense, but it's okay.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe you just said that.
Sometimes you'll be reading one of those stories and they'll find out that the main character had a twin they didn't know about. It's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
is. God, I'm not there. If I was, I would so want to know where Darla's mom is.
Plot twist, Darla's like, I have a mom, I think.
Oh.
I know where she is.
She's with the rocks.
She's with the rock.
She's with the rocks
She's
now.
been a rock all along.
We're all rocks down here.
So you two been traveling for a bit. Do you usually pick the destination, or is she?
I would say Honey has a bit of a sway over me.
Fair enough.
One time I picked.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, we were just got some bandit problems. But I showed up.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Do you also like bananas?
Never had one.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Christine,
Oh,
you said
Uh-huh.
you're a sheriff where you're from?
I am in charge, yes.
Mighty lot of power that brings with it.
My way or the highway in my town. I'm a
Christine's
little
so
antsy to
powerful.
get back.
She pays me in rocks.
Oh, I'm sure you enjoy that.
She's so kind.
Everyone like her in your town?
You know, I would go so far as to say yes. I would say most people are like that.
All the more reason not to go to the material plane.
what?
Lucky for me, I'm in charge.
You or Honey.
And Darla!
That's right, Darla. You're included too.
Yay.
Amber catches on quick.
I don't think Darla's ever been in a room just like where this is like all this intense pressure is going on and she's like, yeah.
You know, your sister strikes me as a person who's not
Who's not?
super open with her thoughts. Let me ask you something. I was trying to make some conversation with her earlier, and she just kind of brushed it off. What type of person would you say she is?
Oh, I would say Honey is sweet as pie.
Yeah.
What kind of pie?
Something about sweet is that sometimes you can get too sweet and it can become a little bit sickly, you know?
That's why you eat bananas.
That's right. Bananas are very good for you, darling. You know, I think they might have some up in the inn if you want to go grab one for us.
Oh yeah. Cool. Okay.
Catches on real quick.
Trying to separate y'all.
Darla exits like, anybody else want bananas?
Honey, you just see Darla leaving, saying that as you're getting out of the sauna.
Honestly? I could go for a banana. I follow Darla.
I love it here. Why are you getting me alone?
I just want to have a conversation with you.
And what
Bounty
kind
hunting.
of conversation is that?
Bounty hunting can be dangerous work sometimes. And from what I gathered, you hold your sister rather close.
Well, she's family, so it'd be awful if I didn't.
Sure, we'll call it that.
What's your game?
No game, just conversation.
Jeez.
Trying to get an idea of the people I'm going to be working with. Want to know if push comes to shove, if you'll save yourself or just your sister.
Oh, I'll save my sister. You can absolutely rely on that.
Fair enough. Tells me exactly how I can proceed then. Thank you, Christine. I just realized that came off much more ominous than I thought it would. Like I said, we're about to go into a very dangerous place altogether, and I just want to make sure that when push comes to shove, I know that you'll run away.
I'm gonna go rejoin my sister.
Have fun.
I got my eye on you.
And if I said I had my eyes on you, I'd be lying.
Ooh.
I think we both got our eyes on the same people.
Ooh.
Realistically, I think that means you, Twitty.
Lamau. And nobody was talking about me.
I feel like there's a reason, like no out of character conversation. I feel like there's a reason why the cart showed up when it did, but also maybe.
I think that's the funniest thing in the world for Amber to have been talking nonstop about honey throughout this whole conversation and then imply that she has a focus on honey and then for Christine to be like,
Yep.
yeah, she's
I'm
going
also-
after Twitty.
Yes. My sister is safe.
Christine's intelligence score isn't too high. It's not negative, but it's not very
Neither is
high.
Honey's.
All of us.
You pass by the kitchen, you just see
Oh my
Darla and
God.
Honey eating bananas. I think Honey has like cut hers up on a plate and is eating it with like a fork.
That's my girl.
No, Darla's a savage. She's
Oh,
already,
absolutely.
she's like
We've
broke
been
it in half, still with the skin on.
Darla, honey, it does taste better if you take the skin off.
Then my hands get weird.
As they're eating bananas, Lorgar, you come back into the inn. That Earth Elemental's just like sitting behind the bar, and you can tell they have like the face of someone who is just like, you know what? People do their own business, and I don't judge them.
That's true. We're probably still in like towels.
Yeah.
Lorgar, you fixing to get a banana?
I don't know if I'm back yet.
Yeah. This is what you see when you're walking into the inn.
Guys, I can see with my feet.
Oh,
That's gross, and it doesn't answer my question.
I don't know what a banana is.
Do you live on a... You know
I would
what?
like to
I was
see
about
that.
to ask if
Yeah.
you live under a rock, and then I answered my own question. My apologies.
Oh,
This is
proud.
a banana.
I'm proud of you.
You can take the skin off of it
He's
if
already
you're
bitten into
cultured.
He's bitten into the whole thing. Oh, what is that skin? Oh,
that is just awful.
Well, perhaps if you listen with those little scaly holes in the side of your head, you would know to take the peel off, like I said.
He's eating it like Darla.
Ooh, banana.
You just imitated Darla. Do you think that was the correct choice, Lorgar?
Lorgar says nothing.
You saw the two of us doing the same task in different ways, and you thought Darla was the one doing it right.
Hell yeah!
It was a split decision. I'm go-
appreciate your impulse to not be wasteful, but these do make excellent
I'd
compost,
like to point
or
out-
so I hear.
I was the only one who lost hit points in this episode. I'm gonna go rest in my room. Thank you very much.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
You can see Lorgar's a little bit bruised coming home.
bruised like a banana.
Jesus Christ, Zoe.
Who the hell?
But
can
also,
see
yes,
through
bruised
their
like a banana.
And I'm picturing Lorgar in a banana suit doing the peanut butter jelly time thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
fan
I might have
artists.
said it, but you said that.
Fan
Yeah, you
artists,
said
do
worse.
your thing.
Jeez.
And yeah, you can all get the benefits of a long rest, unless there's something else that you'd like to do this evening.
Yeah, I will get that long rest.
All right. The next morning, waiting for you all, the end of the stairwell coming down is Amber. She has like all of her gear on her back, and she's ready to go.
All right, where are we headed?
We're heading out to a compound a few hours to the west of town. Should be getting there right in time for the little lunch soiree they're having to try to improve their power base. Should make a good way in.
Don't suppose we have any rock horses or rock mules? Or...
All on foot, I'm
Rock
afraid.
dogs.
Rock dogs. Fair enough, on foot it is.
Kind of nods, and as you all take your steps out of the inn and start making your way towards the road, that's where we're going to end it, because I think that'll be a good spot. That's a
You know
good.
what?
That's a good narrative spot to call it tonight.
You know what, Will? For a Wild West campaign,
Yeah.
we walk so much.
So much.
Gotta earn the right to a horse.
Also, we've only been going for an hour and 43 minutes.
I know,
Oh,
but
only an
I
hour
don't.
and 43 minutes.
I don't want to start. I don't want to start the next part and get cut off in the middle of it.
What if we did anyway?
Narratively, it makes sense, and that's okay.
Narratively, this is the good spot to take a rest.
I'm McKenna. I want to do everything my way.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm McKenna.
No.
I'm enjoying this game.
I know.
You.
I can understand that, but I am.
You're tired.
I will be the anchor around the neck of the group. I'm getting a little weary. It is
Yeah, it's
7
almost
minutes to midnight
for
here,
y'all.
and I'm going to
Please
turn into a
excuse me as
pumpkin.
I've grown quite weary.
But chat, thank you all so much for
Forgive
coming
me,
out
I'm
to
old.
tonight's episode of Wild Ambition. Join us next time as our party goes to, well, a bit of a soiree. In search of some bounty, well, not even bounty hunting, political assassinating.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
My.
It can be two things at
It
once.
can be two things at once.
¿Por qué no los dos?
And maybe makes their way back to the material plane. Thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows on the channel and that charity stream with Nat20 on Saturday.
So,
And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?